I promise there will be better content sooner or later. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna make Minecraft content, but first I have to make a reaction video, and that's for sure to see. You wanna hear it? Just
Hi everyone,
adjust your volume.
I'm Brother James.
Of course.
Also a teacher for the children's worship service. And today we're going to learn how to draw something from a Bible story called Daniel and the Lion's Den. So pay close attention. We will learn about God's chosen
I
servant.
read about the story.
God gave Daniel the talent to interpret dreams. He interpreted
I know that.
King Nebuchadnezzar's dreams. Later, when Darius was king, he placed Daniel and 2 others to supervise the governors of the kingdom. Daniel showed that he could do the work better than the other supervisors and governors. Because of this, King Darius planned to put Daniel in charge of the whole kingdom. But the other supervisors and the governors were jealous of Daniel and plotted to get him into trouble. This was difficult because they couldn't find anything wrong with Daniel. He was trustworthy. The governors noticed, however, that Daniel prayed to God. So together with the other officials, these men went to the king and told him, "We think the king should make this law that everyone would have to obey. No one should pray to any god or man except you, our king. This should be done for the next 30 days. Anyone who doesn't obey will be thrown into the lion's den."
That audio.
So King Darius made the law
Yeah.
and had it written.
Let's try it. No praying.
Will be
Calendar. Eaten by lions.
So King Darius made the law and had it written. Since Daniel was such a good servant of the true God, he did not follow this new law. Instead, he continued to pray to the true God 3 times a day. The jealous supervisors and governors told King Darius about Daniel. They told him, "Daniel is not paying attention to the law you wrote. Daniel still prays to his God 3 times every day." The king liked Daniel, but could not change the law that he had signed. So the king's men threw Daniel into the lion's den and put a large stone over the entrance so Daniel couldn't get out. The king was so worried
like how
that he
everything
couldn't
has
eat
this,
nor
like,
sleep that night.
Childish.
The next morning, the king hurried to the lion's den and found that
Like coloring over the lines.
Daniel was safe and sound. Because of Daniel's faith,
I like the art.
God had sent an angel to keep the mouth of the lion shut. The king then had the men who tried to get Daniel into trouble thrown into the den of lions, where they perished. Now let's see what we remember from the story of Daniel and the lion's den. Now, according to the new law, who alone could a person pray to for 30 days?
The king!
That's right, the king. Now, was Daniel going to follow that law? No, because he was what kind of a servant?
Loyal servant.
A loyal servant, that's correct. A loyal servant who worshipped and prayed to the true God alone. Now, what happened to Daniel? Because he continued to worship
He was thrown to the lion's den.
and pray to God, even though the law did not allow it. He was thrown into a den of what?
Lions!
Lions, that's right. Good job, INC kids. Okay, let's draw Daniel.
One INC kid.
We are going to start
Yeah.
off in the guidelines phase of the drawing. Remember that at this stage, to draw lightly. Draw a circle for the head.
Yeah, this is sketch. I followed one of this guy's tutorials before for a cat.
An oval for
But
the
I
upper
wasn't
body.
able to see the sketch properly, so everyone just had to do it themselves.
A
I
big
don't
oval
have a
for the
pencil
lower
on
body.
me, actually.
A few smaller but long ovals on the side for the arms.
I don't got anything to draw with. So I guess I'm just sitting here and watch it.
And let's draw 2 guidelines for the top circle. This will help us figure out where the eyes, nose, and mouth will go. For the middle line, let's draw in the 2 eyes using 2 curved lines and the circle in the middle. Don't forget 2 lines on the top for the eyebrows.
Whoa.
Do the same on the other side.
Where did I draw? I'm gonna skip you over because I'm not interested.
Now let's outline the top part of the upper body. Draw 2 lines down and 1 across.
I feel
Let's
like
draw
this
a
is more
square
for just
under that
drawing
with a
Daniel
belt
and
or
more
sash.
for drawing, like, beard guy.
Now let's draw 2 lines down for the lower body.
Okay. Yes. That's what they want.
Let's finish up.
It has small arms. Active break.
Before we move on to the lion part, I have a few more questions. Are you ready? What happened to Daniel after being thrown into the den of lions?
Nothing.
Did the lions hurt Daniel?
No, they did not.
According to the Bible, what did the angel of God do? He shut their...
The
Mouths.
That's correct, their mouths.
They're
So when the king checked on Daniel the next day and found out that
He was fine.
wasn't hurt, what did the king do?
he punished the supervisor.
Did he order that Daniel be taken out of the den?
Yes,
Yes.
brother.
Amazing! Now, let's draw a lion. How can we usually recognize a lion? It will have a
Mane.
tail. That's right. It will have a mane. Let's start with a circle for the head
Big head.
and an oval for the body.
This is just a bear with a mane. Alright, I'm skipping over the coloring. I know the whole thing is about coloring, but I don't got anything to color it with, and I guess that's my problem. But still. I might follow this actually. Maybe soon.
So remember, friends, the lesson of this story is that if we obey God and pray to Him, do we have anything to fear? No.
No.
And God's people should not worry because He will always send His protection to His loyal servants who place their trust in Him.
This guy sounds.
Good job, INC kids. So proud of
He
all
also
of you.
lives in a
Now
dude.
you could send us your drawings at info@incmedia.org, and you could tag me on my Instagram account at BoxOfficeArtist so I can see your drawings. Thanks for joining me today. We'll see you on our next INC Kids adventure. Bye-bye.
That's all the time we have this week. Thank you for joining.
Adventure.
I'll pause it on
Bye.
him because he sends
Bye.
good vibes. He's on a green screen. Where else? Oh, this video is only 8 minutes because I skipped all the drawing. At least I can still monetize it. If there aren't any copyright strikes. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Bye-bye.